The LOBSTER boat has fascinating and beautiful features. Its hull design is seaworthy and allows fairly quick travel, as the lobstermen have to go great distances between several fishing grounds and a time-saving travel back to shore to deliver a fresh catch. The LOBSTER boat is a workboat. It has plenty of open as well as sheltered deck space. It's however not designed for the housing of several people and overnight stays. It's not a live-on-board vessel. The particular boat I intend to build is based on a Beals Island design from the 1950s. Beals is a small fishing community off the coast of Maine with one of the world's most renowned lobstering history. About 10 years ago, a naval architect by the name of Doug Hyland of Brooklyn, Maine, drew and built a boat very close to the original design, but with updated features. The final iteration he made into a set of plans showing a beautiful down east diesel-powered 30-foot picnic boat that features accommodation for at least two. Its hull is made from one layer of strip planking, followed by 3 layers of veneer laid diagonally and sheathed with either polyester cloth or glass. Welcome back. My name is Christoph, and last time you saw me lofting and fabricating the station molds of the 30-foot LOBSTER boat I'm building. In this video, I'm going to show you how I prepare the building site and structure on which the hull of the boat is built. I told you about the boat and its origins and design in the intro. To support the weight of the strip planking, 3 layers of laminates and all the structural pieces made from oak and, in the end, the skeg, which is to be installed before turning the hull over, I needed a solid and sturdy undercarriage to build on. As you see here, I first built a total of 4 platforms made of 2-inch by 9-inch lumber that are fastened onto 2 feet deep foundations. I did load testing of the foundations beforehand. Also, I had monitored their behavior under the influence of cold temperature and frost, as a stable foundation that won't allow any lift or settling whatsoever during the building of the hull is very critical. Establishing the center line is the first task before construction of the strongback begins. The center line in my case is a polyester string that is pulled taut between 2 sturdy foundations, about 5 inches above ground. It's the point, or rather line of reference, for building the strongback, setting up the building forms, and everything that comes after. Onto the platforms, I next construct a frame of 2-inch by 7.5-inch boards that spans the entire length of the hull. Again, the frame has to be braced up well, so as little movement as possible will occur as the build progresses and more weight is put on it. The last step before setting up all of the 20 station molds involves installing 5 feet tall stanchions, vertical posts, that support the molds. Accuracy, again, is of much importance here, as the molds later have to be set up perfectly perpendicular to the center line and within a certain distance from each other. The exact placement of the station molds on the strongback has to be figured out and measured very carefully. Later on in the build, the strip planking and station molds will meet under varying angles, which means amidships, plank and mold meet plumb with each other. Farther forward or aft, the angle between plank and mold will increase more and more. To account for the thickness of the mold itself, in my case 3/4 of an inch, I placed the edge of the mold forward of amidships behind the station and aft of amidships in front of the station line. I will explain this again on the strongback itself in a later video. As you can see by now, the hull has to be built upside down. This makes construction of the hull much easier, as you don't have to work above your head. When setting up the molds, you see me use a laser as well as a plumb line. With that I can make sure that the building forms are positioned horizontal with the water lines and plumb to the center line. As the lumber for the strongback shrinks and expands over time, especially when you build outdoors like me, the position of the molds has to be checked and corrected if need be several times. Join me next time when I decide which local kind of wood is suitable and available for building the first permanent members of the hull, and watch me acquiring and preparing stock materials.